This is the continuation of the previous video on power quality disturbances. In the previous video, we have seen about some of the power quality disturbances. So this is a part 2 video. Already we have seen about the IEEE defined power quality disturbances in the previous video, that is on chapter 2. You can get the link in the description. So we have seen about transients, interruptions, sag or under voltage, swell and over voltage in the previous video, that is on chapter 2. Now in this video we are going to see about the waveform distortion, voltage fluctuations and frequency variations. First we will see about the waveform distortion. What is waveform distortion? Always we need an ideal sine wave for our operation. But if the waveform is distorted, waveform shape is distorted, we call it as a waveform distortion. There are 5 different types of waveform distortion: DC offset, harmonics, interharmonics, notching and noise. So let us see about each one of these. First we will see about the DC offset. So you can see this voltage waveform. Here two waveforms are there. One is the blue color sine waveform, which is the ideal waveform. So it starts from 0, it reaches the peak of 325 voltage, and then in negative cycle also it reaches minus 325. So this is a symmetrical or a pure sinusoidal waveform. But you see the red color sine waveform, it doesn't start from 0, rather it starts from some value is there. So this portion which is shown as a red dotted line is the DC offset. So DC offset is included in this sine waveform, and you can see here the peak value is 400 here, whereas in negative it is not 400. So it has been shifted up. Some DC offset has been added to this waveform. So what is the reason for this DC offset? Maybe the operation, any asymmetrical operation in power converters can be one of the reason. Normally we use small diode bridge, halfway rectifiers, so which can introduce this type of DC offset in power system. Next we will see about harmonics. What are harmonics? We know this 50 Hertz waveform is the fundamental waveform because that is the waveform we are generating, that is called the fundamental frequency. So 50 Hertz is the fundamental frequency. Now if you have any voltage waveform that are integer multiples of this 50 Hertz, we call it as harmonics. For example, I am multiplying this 50 by an integer 3. 3 into 50 will give you 150 Hertz. So a waveform which has 150 Hertz frequency, I call it as a third harmonic. If I multiply by 2 into 50 will be 100 Hertz, then that is called a second harmonic. If I multiply by 5, it will be fifth harmonic. So you can see here, fifth harmonic is here. That is 5 cycles will be completed within 150 Hertz cycle. Okay, then it is the fifth harmonic. Now, this waveform actually is a superimposing third harmonic or the fundamental waveform. Okay, so when harmonics get superimposed on the fundamental waveform, the wave shape changes depending upon how many harmonics are added. If you add 7th harmonic or any other harmonic, the waveform shape will change. So if I give this type of distorted waveform to my equipment, there is more possibility for the equipment to fail. So harmonics are a major issue in power system. So what are the reasons for harmonics? Major reason is the nonlinear load or power electron. All power electronic converters are the major source of harmonics. For example, if you take a diode bridge rectifier, the source current, if you see, it will be like this only. So it is going to pollute the grid. Whenever you use nonlinear load, it is going to pollute the grid. So next we will see what is interharmonics. We saw harmonics are integer multiples of supply frequency, that is 50 Hz, 100 Hz, 150, 200, 250. So all integer multiples we call it as harmonics. But in some cases we will get interharmonics, that is which are not multiples of fundamental frequency. So how do you get all these waveforms which are not multiple of supply frequency? Because of this static frequency converters. So static frequency converter means I have a AC supply, 50 Hertz AC supply, I convert that into a DC, and again from that DC using an inverter I will get a AC. That AC voltage waveform magnitude and frequency I can change. So if you get a frequency other than 50 Hertz, then in that case you may get interharmonics. Okay. In cycloconverters is also nothing but a frequency changer. That is, you can change the supply frequency to, and the output frequency can be different from the supply frequency. In such cases, you can get interharmonics. Next, we will see about notching. So this is also mainly due to the power electronic converters. You can see here in this sinusoidal voltage, periodically there are some notches here. Okay. So this is mainly due to the commutation in, when we use thyristors, we will turn off the thyristor. So commutation is the process of turning off the thyristor. Due to this process, there will be a small notch in the voltage waveform. Next, we will see about noise. So noise, we know it is an unwanted signal which is superimposed on the power supply. So it can be caused by any power electronic devices or SNPS, which is operating at a very high speed. So they will be operating at very high frequency. So all these things can introduce noise into the power signal. So next we will see about voltage fluctuations or flicker. So voltage fluctuations means you can see this waveform. The waveform is not steady. It keeps on, the magnitude keeps on changing, but this change is within a specific level only. So the variations of the voltage envelope should not exceed this limit, 0.9 to 1.1 per unit. If it is within a limit, we call it as a voltage fluctuations or flicker. That is normally we experience this type of flickering in our home itself. So this is a waveform or the voltage waveform, voltage fluctuations caused by an arc furnace, because arc furnace, they produce lot of heat. Normally if you take a steel industry or some industry, they use a lot of heat. So in that case, your fluctuations will be more. Next, we will see about the power frequency variations. So power frequency is always your supply frequency. It may be 50 Hertz or 60 Hertz depending upon the country. So any deviations from this fundamental frequency, your supply frequency, we call it as a power frequency variation. So this is a power generator, or in generating station we have the generator which will generate the power. The speed, it will be running at a particular speed. Sometimes load will be connected or disconnected. Due to that, some slight to balance the load and the supply, you need to change the speed. So due to that, some change in the frequency will come. For example, if you take this voltage waveform, this blue color line is the 50 Hertz supply frequency waveform. Suddenly there is a change in the frequency, then again it comes back. Okay, so from 50 Hertz, if it deviates, we call it as a power frequency variation. So far we have seen about the power quality disturbances defined by IEEE standards. So any deviation in the waveform, voltage, current or frequency, we call it as a, or we will see it as a potential power quality problem, because this can affect the equipment function, normal operation of the equipment. So already we have seen about the transients, interruptions, sag, under voltage, swell, over voltage in the previous video, that is part 1 video. And in this video we have seen about waveform distortion. Waveform distortion means any distortion in the waveform. And voltage fluctuations, here there will be change in the voltage magnitude but within the particular limit. And we have supply frequency variation or power frequency variations. If you like the video, do subscribe to Read Electric Vehicle channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.